I'm here with Michael Cargill outside of Austin City Hall. How are you doing today, Michael?
Doing great. We just witnessed the mayor and also the Austin police chief give us a speech on why it's important for gun confiscation, gun registration, or whatever else they're trying to do. This little speech that we just heard does nothing for safety. Where the chief came from, California, they have gun laws in California that are much stricter than they are here in the state of Texas. Those failed gun laws in California are not working for California. They're not going to work here in the state of Texas. In Connecticut, where we had that shooting in Connecticut, they have much stricter gun laws in the state of Connecticut. Those failed gun laws in Connecticut did not stop that shooting, and they're not going to do anything to stop anything that happens here in the state of Texas. All right? Their crime is much greater in Chicago and the state of Illinois, and they have much stricter gun laws in Chicago and Illinois. And those failed gun laws they have there has done nothing but increase crime. So if they want to increase crime, then they can continue on this path that they're going on. Now, we also, they talked about registration of vehicles and all this other crazy mess. These people are very inconsistent. If they were consistent in what they were saying, then when it comes to voter ID, this is about someone showing an ID to go vote. They're against that, but they're for someone showing the ID to purchase a firearm from their father or from a family member as a private sale. Okay, that goes against commerce. And so if you want to be consistent, then show an ID, for voter ID, for when you go to vote. Let's be consistent on both sides of everything. Let's not take the Constitution and put it in a shredder and shred it.
Great, and I know you were here on February 28th when the City Council passed unanimously a resolution that basically supported Lee Leffingwell, our mayor's membership in Mayors Against Illegal Guns, and also directed the city manager and other city officials such as APD Police Chief Art Acevedo to work with the federal government to support President Obama's initiative. So why are we here today, and what are you doing to stand up against gun confiscation and control?
And see, first of all, I don't understand what that terminology is illegal guns. I don't even know what that means. What is an illegal gun? Is that something that the ATF allowed to cross over into Mexico? Is that an illegal gun? I don't know what that is. The people that I deal with from on a day-to-day basis are people that are law-abiding citizens trying to do the right thing, trying to take a class, learn the laws of safety, and those types of things. The only thing they're trying to do here is make it harder for the law-abiding citizen to purchase a firearm. They're not doing anything to cut down crime.
Okay. And what are you going to do to stop this measure here?
We're just going to continue to educate people. This whole debate of gun control started back in the 1800s with no guns for Negroes. This is all something that's, what you're trying to do is you're trying to target a certain group of people and trying to keep them from purchasing firearms, someone that's on that lower pay scale. So if that's what you're trying to do, then that's what's happened in history. It's no guns for Negroes, and they're following that very same path. All this is just nothing but racism, and it does nothing to help the community. I didn't see any of these people, no one from the mayor's office, no one from the Austin police office. I didn't see any of those people when the 80-year-old woman who was raped, the 80-year-old woman who was assaulted at McDonald's and beat to a pulp and later died in the St. Edward's Hospital. No one stood up there. There were no rallies for that lady right here in our community, right here in Austin. Okay, no one was there for her. I didn't see anyone when the 80-year-old woman was raped by a repeat sex offender. No one showed up for that. There were no protests. No one came to the Capitol when this 80-year-old woman was raped by a repeat sex offender. So if it comes to safety, then they would be there for those type of events. But they don't really truly care about safety.
It sounds like they don't care about safety. One last question here. What happens when a free society willfully gives up its guns to a central authority like the federal government, or even for regulation by some group as small as the Austin City Council and the Austin Police Department?
What happens is you have slavery. What happens is we will learn from the Jews. We'll blindly walk our way into the gas chamber. That's what happens. What happens is what happened in Australia. Those are the things that happen. Okay? No, we're not going to let them shred our Constitution. My name is Michael Cargill.
Thank you very much, Michael.